We first see some text that explains that the origin of the word Sicario comes from the Roman zealots that occupy Palestine. In Mexico, the word means hitman. Chandler, Arizona, a SWAT team moves in toward a house where they suspect there to be hostages held by cartel leader Manuel Diaz. Kate Macer and her partner Reggie Wayne move in with their rescue team and burst in through the house with the van. They capture a few suspects, while Kate kills a man that tried to shoot her. As the team delves deeper into the investigation, a horrifying discovery awaits them: dozens of bodies concealed within the walls, each shrouded with bags over their heads. The gruesome scene prompts a visceral reaction, with most team members rushing outside to vomit. Meanwhile, Kate's superior, Dave Jennings, calls her in for a meeting. Simultaneously, officers notice something suspicious near a shed, leading to a devastating bomb explosion that claims 2 lives. Amid the chaos, the situation escalates as Kate is introduced to Matt Graver, brought in to aid in capturing Diaz, accompanied by a mysterious operative named Alejandro. The collaboration with these seasoned professionals sets the stage for a complex and dangerous pursuit of justice. Reluctantly, Kate agrees to join the team, motivated by a burning desire to apprehend those responsible for the traumatic deaths she witnessed. Initially anticipating a journey to El Paso, Kate finds herself in Juarez, Mexico, with the team. Led by Steve Forsing, a squad of cops, including Alejandro, navigates through the city. Approaching a crowded parkway, Alejandro keenly observes 2 cars occupied by gang members displaying nervous trigger fingers. The tension mounts as the police cautiously exit their vehicles and advance towards the potentially volatile encounter with the armed gang members. The unpredictable streets of Juarez set the stage for a perilous mission, leaving Kate on edge as she grapples with the unfamiliar and dangerous territory. One of them gets out of their car slowly as well, gun in hand. The officers tell him to lower his weapon, but he reacts quickly, getting himself and his buddies shot to hell. The other gang members suffer the same fate when one of them tries to draw his weapon on the cops. Kate argues with Matt on the actions taken on the parkway, as well as the whole way that they are leading this mission. The stress has even caused her to take up smoking again. In another part of Mexico, we are introduced to Silvio, a father preparing for his son's soccer match. Following his daily routine, Silvio, dressed in a police uniform, heads to work. Engaged in a task force, they stop buses carrying immigrants. Alejandro, part of the team, methodically questions the men, aiming to uncover gang affiliations or ties to Diaz. During their investigation, the team stumbles upon bags of money, earmarked for laundering and adorned with blue-pink wristbands. The day's efforts extend into the night when some team members, including Reggie, decide to unwind over drinks. Reggie introduces Kate to his friend Ted, fostering camaraderie within the group. As the story unfolds, the intertwining paths of characters like Silvio and Alejandro reveal a complex web of law enforcement, criminal ties, and personal connections. After a few drinks, Kate goes back to Ted's place to hook up, until she notices he took out from his pocket a wristband similar to what they found earlier. Kate tries to get away, but a struggle ensues as she tries to reach for her gun. Ted starts to strangle Kate until Alejandro walks in and points his gun in Ted's face, making him release his grip on Kate. Ted is taken into custody. Alejandro enters the car with him and beats his face until Ted tells him what he can say regarding his business with Diaz. Kate eventually learns that she and Reggie were just needed to extract drugs from the case, essentially just making them pawns in the grand scheme of things for the team. The team succeeds in taking away a substantial amount of money from Diaz's account, forcing him to make his return to Mexico. Following that, the team moves in on a raid into one of Diaz's warehouses. There, Alejandro finds Silvio and holds him at gunpoint. Kate aims her gun at Alejandro, but he shoots her in her vest and tells her to never do that again. He takes Silvio and makes him drive away. Kate returns to Matt and learns that Alejandro is a hired gun by the CIA to catch Diaz's boss, Fausto Alarcon, because he decapitated Alejandro's wife and threw their daughter into a vat of acid. Alejandro, driven by vengeance, compels Silvio to find Diaz's car. Once located, Silvio confronts Diaz as Alejandro plans to settle the score. In a sudden, shocking turn, Alejandro shoots Silvio and wounds Diaz. Determined, Alejandro moves closer to finish the job, commandeering Diaz's car. Arriving at Fausto's residence, he dispatches the guards and enters to find Fausto with his family. Holding them hostage, Alejandro aims at Fausto, who comments on his transformation from lawyer to hitman. Despite Fausto's lament, Alejandro remains resolute, a relentless force seeking retribution. The tense encounter unfolds as Fausto's family witnesses the dark evolution of a man once confined by the law, now driven by a ruthless pursuit of justice, or perhaps revenge. Alejandro, haunted by personal loss, confronts Fausto about the pain he inflicted, especially involving his daughter. Fausto, coldly dismissing it as non-personal, triggers Alejandro's deeply personal vendetta. In chilling Spanish, Alejandro declares, "Time to meet God." He proceeds to shoot Fausto's wife and 2 sons, leaving Fausto horrified. Maintaining a disturbing calmness, Alejandro instructs Fausto to finish his meal before delivering the fatal shot. The grim scene shifts as Kate discovers Alejandro in her apartment. He presents her with a contract, attempting to legitimize their actions. Kate, however, refuses to sign. In a menacing turn, Alejandro presses a gun under her chin, emphasizing the gravity of her decision and the dire consequences, forcing Kate to grapple with an agonizing choice between compliance and self-destruction. He wipes tears away from her cheeks while never removing the gun. Kate reluctantly goes ahead and signs. Alejandro leaves. Kate grabs her gun and aims it at him from her window. He turns around and waits for her to pull the trigger, but she just slowly lowers it and lets him walk away. Silvio's son stands over his father's empty bedside, almost as if he knows his father won't be coming home. His mother takes him to his soccer match. During the game, everybody hears gunshots in the distance. They quickly proceed to carry on with the game. The movie ends here. Thanks for watching.